Please insert drink and hit play. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to another episode of BlueRayDismay. You are tuned into a shot of, and tonight we are doing a shot of Terminator Dark Fate. You have John Daniels here, and I have my two counterparts with me today.
The Right Honorable Javier Ian Marcellus Ignatius II, Esquire.
Jimmy.
And Bruno Diaz.
Bruno Diaz and Jimmy, thank you guys. Okay, so we just got out of the movies and we saw Terminator Dark Fate, 7:30 p.m. showing. What'd you guys think?
Well, it was the third Terminator 3. And third time's the charm, apparently.
Third time's a charm, so I take it we received your approval, or...
It was the third Terminator, was it?
Yeah. Yes, it was.
Well, okay, so
Terminator
Salvation,
3.
Genesis, yeah, the third three. Yeah.
What about Salvation?
The Salvation wasn't really a Terminator 3. It was kind of like an after.
I thought the Salvation was like a it was like kind of like a side war thing with
really know
Christian.
That's a different timeline.
Terminator 3 was a direct sequel to Judgment Day. Terminator Genesis attempted to be a direct sequel to Judgment Day and failed. And
was Genesis supposed to be after Judgment Day and not Rise of the Machines 3, which was T3 Rise of the Machines?
Who the hell knows?
Who knows?
It's doesn't really at this point.
It doesn't even matter. But I think
this is a good third one.
Yeah, I think this one completely kills any. I think it completed its mission. They retconned everything after T2. They said, "Hey, ignore."
Without being too spoilery, they did kind of retcon a little bit of T1 and T2, but very minor details.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Don't even get started with that.
I thought it was cool. And guys, we have our first Mexican Terminator in the Terminator universe.
Yeah,
That's
so...
El Terminator to you.
El Terminator. Yeah, he was actually pretty cool.
El Terminator.
I gotta tell you, when I saw the commercials, I was like, what? And I saw some of the trailer failure. Like, everyone was just talking trash about it before it came out. Everybody was ripping this guy like, oh, this guy's such a wussy. He sucks. He looks like an idiot. Blah blah blah. They were all talking trash, but he did pretty well.
A lot of similar criticism leveled at Robert Patrick at the when you first saw him in Terminator 2. He doesn't look as scary as Arnold until you see him in the movie.
Yeah. I'm wondering if they'll ever get back to like a big Terminator type person. Because like they've always been the opposite of Arnold in the Terminator. Like,
right,
to show like, just a new type of...
Just for the contrast and the difference. Because Arnold made a big machine and that role played to his strengths.
Yeah, so who else is going to be the big guy?
And quiet. The big, quiet, heavy guy. It works for him.
Get Momoa in there. Make him a Terminator.
He was already in a bad Conan movie. You don't need to put him in a bad Terminator movie.
He can't do the
Well,
classics.
if he doesn't speak a lot and then he just kind of like does what he does.
Wait, what was that Conan? 2010, right?
2011.
That was before he was Jason Momoa.
I would take a Aquaman Momoa
before
Terminator
he
type
was
movie.
Was
anyway,
it around Game of Thrones? I forget. When did they start Game of Thrones?
Not sure.
Anyway,
just to throw out some
back
names
like
here.
a big Terminator dude.
Okay, Linda Hamilton, of course. Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's funny. I think they
Get Dolph in there. Dolph
Lundgren. It's funny that they had Linda Hamilton cast as the starring character in this one, right? Well, it doesn't matter. They were like hand in hand, but Linda Hamilton, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Mackenzie Davis, who is the one that's sent back to protect the new girl, who is Natalia Reyes, my Colombian cousin from Colombia, because I believe she's a Colombian actress. And Mexican Terminator is Gabriel Luna. So interesting cast. I don't really know much about Mackenzie Davis, but I will be following her stuff going forward.
Everyone do yourself a favor and check out Black Mirror if you haven't already.
Yeah, everyone keeps telling me about this thing.
She's in an episode Junipero. Is that it?
San Junipero.
San Junipero.
I
Black
will.
Mirror.
I'll check it out.
And she's also has a small part in Blade Runner 20.
The new
49?
2049.
49. Yeah.
Okay. I'm definitely.
And some other movie I forget. Sorry.
Yeah. I guess some of the cool things about this movie, they show some of the action scenes where
Well, first of all, it benefits from having the hard R. I think wasn't that a thing to Genesis?
Yeah, it definitely helps the movie a lot.
Wasn't Genesis PG-13? I think
it was PG shit.
Yeah, it's part of the reason it's like this is the hard R, complete with language and violence. So that helps.
The R definitely. I mean, there was like no little hey, promise you won't kill anybody, okay? Right? It was straight up action.
Please promise you'll kill everybody.
Yeah, it was like straight up like some cool kill scenes.
Yeah, some of the best action I've seen in a long time. Not just in a Terminator movie, just like in general.
It was good action, man, and it wasn't like CGI'd the F out. Yeah, of course there was CGI, but it wasn't like complete. Utter
too many
trash.
Jump cuts or anything like that. You can see the action head on.
Yeah,
what the hell's happening?
It was cool. Yeah, I mean, in between some of the crazy, action scenes, it was kind of drawn out. It wasn't just flickery, flashy like a Transformers or Michael Bay type thing. You know what I mean? It was like, it was cool. I definitely appreciated Tim Miller, the director for the movie. Tim Miller's kind of like position, and transition and scene to scene. I mean, it went fast to fast, slow to slow, slow to fast, etc. So, very cool. I thought he did a great job.
Right. A little bit of it was kind of I was a little bit.
Yeah, there's some extremes.
A couple parts where I was like,
there was some extremes. I mean, but
didn't need to be slow mo, but yeah.
I thought it was cool.
Some of it was in the dark, you're like, what's going on? But then it clears itself up pretty easily.
Very situational to where they are.
Yeah.
In the scenes, like the action plays out around.
Yeah.
Like the set, I guess they're set wherever they're set, very well.
What's it called? There was some scenes where they were showing like the new what do they call this thing? Rev 9. This model.
Yeah,
was Rev 9.
Rev 9, which is weird. It's an old band I used to know called Rev 9.
Really?
Yeah.
So they came back in the future and morphed into some Terminator.
Yeah, they're a Terminator now. That's cool.
So
I'm sure they all get a kick out of that.
Long live the band. Yeah, I know. Like, that's our band. Yeah. Dude. Some of the cool stuff was they were showing like these new models, which this new model, the Rev 9, was very like similar to the T1000 except on crack.
Yeah. It's kind of how I almost imagined it would have it should have been.
It used a lot of the blade techniques, a lot of the sharp edges.
If you're gonna have like morphine abilities, just why would you not have like a lot of blades going around?
Right. Now, this guy,
a lot of the time.
T1000 in T2 Judgment Day.
This guy's all over the place.
Yeah. T1000 used his arms as like his primary, weapons. This guy, he used his arms, like his back, his shoulder, like as like a stabby kind of defense mechanism. Yeah. And you can see in some of the war scenes where they had other models of him, just not in human form, but in like, skeleton form or whatever.
They
basically it showed them like not just blasting like army people.
T-3000 or something.
Dude, they had like tentacles of like stabbing mechanism, like stabbing weapons coming out of them, just ripping people apart. It was kind of cool.
What was that movie with the Tom Cruise, the Edge of Tomorrow? What was it? Not Edge of Tomorrow. The
Live, Die, Repeat, Edge of Tomorrow.
Live, Die, Repeat. Yeah, something like that. They reminded me of that for some reason.
Yeah.
Maybe just the way the action part.
A little bit. Partly because it's an easy shorthand to have something like tentacles and stabby. Really unsettles people just because tentacles are nasty.
Yeah, and also just one stab to any major organ and you're dead. I mean, it's very believable. It's like, it's like,
also
dead.
A really easy way to kill anything. Is just have multiple things, just stab it.
Yeah.
But just the Terminator is really cool in this one. Also from what you can tell in the trailers and everything, the other Mackenzie Davis like / Terminator type is really awesome in this movie. Sarah Connor, Linda Hamilton, also really awesome in this movie.
I was going to say, it's a little bit unexpected, but she plays her character well.
Yeah,
it's like an evolved version of her character from T2.
Yeah, no, she does well.
Oh, is this the trailer? Yeah, you can see in the trailer. Yeah, like he's morphing around, like stabbing everybody. Like,
right. And she's
even in the trailer, it shows that he can basically clone himself out of like his little exoskeleton form into, I guess, the human liquidy form.
Yeah.
He's
got two. Yeah, they do show that. In
basically,
the trailer. He switches forms.
Yeah, he kind of just doubles himself up, which makes him twice as lethal.
Right. Let's see. Yeah, it was a lot more imaginative than Kristanna Loken's like Liquid Hand or whatever.
Oh yeah, Liquid Hand. Well, that's from the T3 movie. Liquid Hand, and also like Flamethrower Hand.
And also much cooler than John Connor's.
It was kind of like T3, where they had the mix of the two, but it was the very extreme version of that. The couple models up.
Right, 9 revisions up.
Yeah, pretty much.
Also, much cooler than John Connor's. Full spoiler alert for shitty in non-canon Genesis movie now.
Oh yeah, ugh.
Where that weird.
I don't even want to remember.
Wait, which
John
one?
Connor's Rubik's Cube makeup or whatever the heck he was in Genesis.
Oh, in Genesis, where this is
much cooler.
He was like the T5000 or some bullshit. I can't remember.
Yeah. TX or something. I forget. I don't know.
No. The TX was the T3 Rise of the Machines one, the Terminatrix.
Terminatrix.
Nice.
Yep.
Trying to think what else.
Anyway, yeah. Well, it's got a lot of things you need in the Terminator, which is you got your future war coming back to the present. You've got your machine coming back to kill people and doing so very effectively, and your dedicated group of protectors.
And what I really love is the selling point of this movie is like Linda Hamilton's back, Arnold's back, of course, as a Terminator, and like just. It really does feel like the third movie, like finally after all this time. For T2, To skip all those other movies, like you almost can. Like I almost feel like they're done already. Like I don't even like.
Yeah, you don't need.
If I'm gonna watch T1, T2, like I would put this one in a heartbeat. Like maybe Salvation, throw that in there just because I like parts.
Like
of it.
if you were gonna watch them, you'd definitely do 1, 2, and
like
then
as soon as this
one,
comes out, like
before considering,
I would consider this one before all the other ones.
Totally.
To watch as the next Terminator movie after I watch T2.
Totally agree.
So like it really does. It really did. It did a great job of continuing that.
Yeah, you know what? I was so worried.
Timeline of Terminator, however convoluted that can be.
Like I was so worried. I was a little worried that it was just gonna be like ultra cheesy with like canned jokes or like in T3 he goes into like the male strip club and puts on the girl's glasses. I'm like, oh god, please don't do this again. Yeah. Or talk to the hand in T3. But this movie didn't have any of that crap in there.
They struck a right balance because I think they're part of a mistake from earlier movies have been trying to make it a joke or something, just throw some humor in there. This actually struck a better balance by having the humor in there is a little bit darker, got a little more of an edge.
It is, yeah.
Which is where it belongs in a
there is
movie.
some humor in there for sure, but it is played a lot better.
They did a much better job. They definitely like eliminated 95% of the cheese factor that we saw in some of the movies, like in Genesis, where they just try and be funny between the Sarah Connor
messing that dude up.
Also, I will say
that part, I love that.
All these actors seem to have better chemistry than like anyone I saw in Genesis or
it flows. Yeah, it flows. It flows.
So the actors all interact with each other a lot better.
Yeah, it flows. I mean,
they're acting all around in the whole movie.
Even when they're talking crap to each other, it seems like they really do.
Even the random people that come in for even a handful, like scene or a few scenes, like
they do their job and do it well.
Set the sell the movie as a world, like adds to the movie, like more so than the actual like leads did to for the other movies.
Yeah, so there's that, and I know it covers, but I think part of the reason it did so well is because you know what you expected of a Terminator movie, and it gives you that. So it hits a lot of the same beats, which you've come to expect from Terminator movies, and does them competently. So that makes a big difference.
Yeah, and from a problem with a lot of the older ones for me, it's always like they are doing the same thing. And this movie's the same thing, where it is just trying to basically just tell the same story over again. I mean, it's just like T2 is like for T1.
Right. But something coming back from the future to kill the past.
But it does add, like it feels like a genuine continuation. Like it's
right.
Like a legit
adding more
storyline.
To it than just like rehashing everything over again.
Adding like true substance
and the nods
and
everything are in there, and the comedy and everything are not blatant, like in your face. They're just there because it's just part of the Terminator. Like that's part of what you expect from a Terminator movie.
I felt like Genesis was like trying to nudge me in the ribs with his elbow, going, "Hey,
more
look, reference."
Everything's more
reference. Laugh,
played way more genuine in this.
This one is like this one.
A subtle nod.
This one is way more laid back and to the point. Where Genesis and Rise of the Machines T3 like try so hard to get that laughter out of you, you just cringe. You're like, dude, you old ass director. That's like my grandma's joke.
I mean, this movie does it a lot too, but it
flows easier.
It plays a lot better.
It flows easier. Yeah, they got their jokes in here, blah blah blah. But no, it flows, man. Like it's acceptable. It's not like some.
I think it's a matter of striking the right tone, because like it or not, I mean, the Terminator movie has a dark tone to it.
Right.
The whole tone of this movie doesn't. It doesn't change really. Maybe for a little bit for the second half for me, but just very consistent.
Got a certain tone and a certain feel. It looks and feels like a Terminator movie, whereas some of the other ones didn't, because they were so out there. And I think it strikes a nice balance between hitting the same beats, will also be adding a couple little.
And
new
they
things
showed
to
a
the
lot
mix.
in these trailers.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
forget.
released 2. The first
Yeah.
one you couldn't really tell what was going on. The second trailer you were like, "Oh crap, like this actually looks like something real."
Yeah.
Speaking of knowing what's going on, I think we mentioned earlier the action was a lot better directed this time around as opposed to the last few outings we've gotten.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Just in any it's like in any action movie for a while, like this is like some of the best action I've seen.
No, it was good action, man. It was
Not just
cool.
for a Terminator movie.
It was
just
cool.
like a movie in general.
Definitely, if you're guys, we're coming up on the 15-minute mark here. Definitely, I think if you're a Terminator fan, definitely go check it out in the movies.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not even worth like waiting for it to come out.
I mean, if you saw any of the other ones, go see this one.
Yeah. Oh, easy. If
And
you
then try to forget the other ones.
I'm sure it's an easy sell. I mean, it's
Dude.
got Linda Hamilton in it.
Yeah.
I mean, like that. I'm sure that's
Yeah,
a sell for a lot of
if any
OG
of you
Terminator
guys
fans.
are fans
But
of,
if you're on the fence about it, go for sure. Check it out.
Yeah, it's definitely worth a watch, for sure. Now Bruno Diaz, Jimmy Javier normally reserves his right to rank or not rank this movie. I've asked him before on other segments of a shot of.
Yeah, I
and
think
he
I heard
won't-
you guys talk about this
Yeah,
before. Also my first time on a shot
Yeah,
of.
thank you. Yeah, thank you.
I finally made a
finally
movie
made it.
premiere.
Yeah.
Finally made an appearance.
Yes.
But yeah, I know I'll have my right to reserve a
You have your right to
final
reserve.
review score for when the Blu-ray does come out because
Okay.
we are BlueRayDismay. But in the meantime, I will put a little like this is for what I think right now. I just saw the movie. What are we on a 10-point scale? I give it a total like I don't know, like 8.5 or 9 almost.
Wow, cool. Yeah.
I said I reserve the right to judgment, but I will say though, this is probably
I'm pretty hype right now, and
This is the best Terminator. This is the best Terminator 3 I've seen
yeah, for sure.
by a long shot.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, 8.5.
Good.
For right now.
Okay.
But it might change when I watch it again.
If you had to rank it among the series, among the franchise, this would come right after T2.
Yeah, T1, T2, T1, T, and then this one.
Yeah.
And then I don't even remember
All the
other
rest
ones,
fall
yeah.
into the same little
So pretty
bucket.
much-
Or is it Salvation 3 and then Genesis?
ranking is-
Oh, I think that's what you just
Is that the other
that's,
3?
Yeah, that's what you said last time.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
no, that's not the order. I'm just trying to remember what they are.
No, I think that actually is the order that you
Yeah.
chose before.
So for my own part, I'll say the only Terminator movies you need to watch are the ones with Linda Hamilton in them.
Okay, got it. Yeah. Okay, John Daniels here, guys. So okay, if I had to rank this in the series, for me it would go T1. Yes, T1. I do choose T1 over T2. I know. Then T2, and then this one, Terminator: Dark Fate. After that, it would be Salvation, then Genesis, then T3, Rise of the Machines, simply because they had those corny ass jokes, and Terminator said "Talk to the Hand." So that's my ranking among the series or the franchise.
Yeah. Oh wait, I got it. Okay, so it's T2, then T1, then
This one.
then Salvation.
Yeah.
Because it starts like for me, it starts like a whole new other crazy timeline where Salvation is, and that's like you see the future or whatever, and then T3 is like the prequel to Salvation or some crap, and then Genesis is some new other thing that doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Part of the I think part of the reason this succeeds where Genesis failed is because Genesis apparently was meant to set up an entire new trilogy of Terminator movies, and this one is much more self-contained.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which actually helps a lot in the focus of the movie.
Yeah.
So if I had to rank this movie right now, normally I don't do halvesies. I always do like a flat number, like 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, etc. For this one,
Yeah, I don't know, 4 on the 5.5 scale.
Bruno Diaz, I agree with you. I am in line with giving this an 8.5 out of 10. I'll give it a halvesy, again, because we just got out of it and I haven't had time to dissect it, but it's definitely worth checking out, definitely worth talking about. So yeah, I'd say 8.5 for me right now. Guys, any final thoughts before we close this session?
Go see it.
Yeah. Phase plasma rifle, 40-watt range.
Phase plasma rifle, 40-watt range. Yes, God damn it. Uzi 9mm. Okay, guys, thanks so much for tuning in, and join us next week where we should be doing a shot of, what is it, Dr. Sleep? Maybe. Okay, guys.
Something.
Yeah. All right. Have a good night and take it easy.
Hasta la vista, baby.